This is Valley News Live at noon.
We start with new information. A Stutzman County man is facing a list of charges after police say he resisted arrest and then assaulted the Jamestown police chief. The Jamestown Police Department received reports of a reckless driver just before 5 yesterday evening. Chief Scott Edinger tried to stop Jeremiah Mahulka, but he took off, leading police on a short chase. Mahulka eventually stopped, but Chief Edinger says the man resisted arrest, assaulting the chief in the process. 3 people then stopped to help, and Mahulka was taken into custody. Police Chief Edinger was not seriously hurt. He has some minor bumps and cuts. Mahulka is now facing 13 charges, including fleeing, reckless driving, assault on a peace officer, and resisting arrest. We also have new information on an apartment fire in Dilworth. Authorities are now saying that one unit in this building right over there is now considered a complete loss. Authorities say it happened this morning around 7:15 in the 600 block of 1st Avenue Northwest. One lower level unit is destroyed. The entire complex had to be evacuated because smoke filled the halls.
When I opened the window, the door from the hallway, the hall, it was covered with smoke, so I got scared so bad. Then I went to open the window. First of all, the window wouldn't open it so quick. I was almost breaking my window.
A dog had to be resuscitated because of smoke inhalation, but the animal eventually got up and is expected to be okay. No one was hurt. The cause is still under investigation. Let's take that live look outside right now as we are going to check in with weather. A pretty nice afternoon here in the metro. That might not be the case for the entire day and into tonight. Let's get that forecast with Summer Schnellbach. Good afternoon, Summer.
Good afternoon, Jordan, and thank you all for joining us on this Wednesday. Want to start off with this beautiful photo of a double rainbow that was sent in by Peg in Barney, North Dakota. That's in the southeastern part of the state where we had some showers and thunderstorms earlier this morning. That photo was captured at 7:30. Now more dry, just a few passing clouds overhead. All of that rain and thunderstorm activity is way out in northwestern North Dakota. That's going to be our next chance of some rain and some storms. But enjoy what we have right now. Temperatures already warming up into those upper 70s, some lower 80s with the help of sunshine. And that sunshine has burned off the fog that we were dealing with all morning long across the northern half of the state. Temperatures this afternoon in Fargo, I expect some mid-80s with a few passing clouds and relatively light winds out of the southwest, eventually turning northwest later on this evening. And in Grand Forks, that wind shifting northerly as well. Temperatures also in those mid-80s. Jordan, we do have a chance for some rain and some thunderstorms. Let you know when and where here in a little bit.
We'll check back in. Summer, thank you. New at noon, one person is dead following a UTV crash in central Minnesota. The Douglas County Sheriff's Office says it happened yesterday just southwest of Alexandria. The report says a person was driving along a road when their UTV hit the ditch and then rolled. A passerby got that utility vehicle off the victim but couldn't save them. No one else was hurt. People in Castleton can expect to see an increased presence of emergency responders tonight. The Cass County Sheriff's Office is conducting an active shooter training. It will go from 6 until 9. The first day of school is about 1 week away, and the West Fargo School Board has approved the hiring of 7 more elementary school teachers for the new year. The district says more teachers are needed to address growth following registration. Elementary enrollment is currently about 250 more than last year. If the district is able to hire the additional teachers, the average class size would be about 21 students. Tens of thousands of additional Minnesota school children will be eligible for free meals because of a new effort by state and federal agencies. The program will help about 90,000 more Minnesota children. Students on Medicaid will now be automatically enrolled to receive free meals at school. Wyoming Congresswoman Liz Cheney lost the battle for her seat by an even greater margin than polls originally predicted. Voters chose to send her Trump-backed challenger to Congress instead. Robert Costa is in Jackson, Wyoming.
Our work is far from over.
Surrounded by members of a family that have dominated Wyoming politics for decades, including her father, former Vice President Dick Cheney, Congresswoman Cheney accepted defeat.
2 years ago, I won this primary with 73% of the vote. I could easily have done the same again, but it would have required that I go along with President Trump's lie about the 2020 election. That was a path I could not and would not take.
But Cheney was more defiant than wistful, warning Republican voters that their embrace of former President Trump is a threat to democracy.
No American should support election deniers for any position of genuine responsibility.
Cheney is now the 8th out of 10 House Republicans who voted for Trump's second impeachment following the Capitol attack to be leaving Congress. Trump posted last night that Cheney can finally disappear into the depths of political oblivion, and he congratulated Hageman, who has baselessly claimed the 2020 election was rigged against Trump.
We're all very grateful to President Trump, who recognizes that Wyoming has only one congressional representative, and we have to make it count.
But Wyoming's Republican primary voters ultimately had the final say.
Liz Cheney has done absolutely nothing in the last 6 months except her hatred for Trump.
Cheney's allies say she is considering a bid for the White House in 2024. But before making that decision, she plans to keep busy as the vice chair of the January 6th committee, which continues to probe the former president's conduct.
I will do whatever it takes to ensure Donald Trump is never again anywhere near the Oval Office, and I mean it.
Robert Costa, CBS News, Jackson, Wyoming.
Alaska Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski will advance to the general election in her state along with a Trump-backed challenger. So will former Governor Sarah Palin, who is seeking the state's only House seat. A study is now underway to figure out future plans for University Drive and 10th Street in Fargo. Both are currently one-ways, and the FM Metro COG says one option could be to turn both major roads into two-ways. Now your input is wanted. You are asked to add comments to a collaborative map and register your neighborhood on this website right here. Now there are also focus groups. You can take a survey. Those will all close on Friday, August 26th. We do have a link to this website, and you can find it all on the VNL News app. Filling the classroom ahead here at noon, how the teacher shortage is impacting students across the country. But next, we're tracking the possibility of storms and rain later tonight and today. Summer Schnellbach has the forecast.